Hello everyone, Mr. Science Mover here. Within the community of gamers known as speedrunners exists an even more niche category of gamer, one that seeks to push the limits of not only how fast they can beat games, but how much they can suffer while doing so. Think Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, Animal Crossing 100%, Dark Souls level 1 runs come to mind. A run like the one I'm going to be discussing today takes dedication, training, and determination, all skills that I didn't think I'd had within me, until the day I completed this run, defeating the final boss with starter gear. Oh, you thought this was me playing? No. Today, we're going to take a look at Power Wash Simulator, Lost City Palace, base equipment only. I really hope you enjoy. Now, Smoovers, before we get started, I've noticed a lot of you are not subscribed, and that's perfectly fine. Power Wash Simulator is a game. Well, even that much is debatable. Power Wash Simulator is a direct portrayal of manual labor, but without the pay compensation. In fact, it costs you money. I paid $20 to spend over 100 hours cleaning, and this is where it got me. But Power Wash Simulator is more than just manual labor. It has a story too. We start off as a lowly power washer cleaning cars for money. But over time our clients become bigger and bigger head honchos. We clean the mayor's mansion. We clean a government spacecraft. We even clean Squidward's house. After each job, our bank of almost worthless digital currency increases just like in the real world. However, we can buy one thing, and that's tools to save us cleaning time. But why would I do that? I paid for this game, and damn it, I'm gonna play this game for as long as I can get out of it. Screw those upgrades. Soap? Who needs it? Me and my base equipment can handle anything. And that's what I had thought until the fateful day I reached the final boss of Power Wash Simulator, the Lost City Palace. It turns out that the volcano that has been erupting throughout the course of this campaign is going to wipe out all of civilization. And the only way to stop it is to turn to the power of the lost city of Atlantis. Oh wait, they don't call it that. The Lost City. And everyone knows the Lost City was powered by aliens. But the only way to harness the aliens' power is for me to clean the entire palace by hand. And so, our stage is set. It's Friday night, 7 p.m. The palace stands in front of me, my level 1 base equipment in hand, and I start washing. The palace has got a lot to clean. I like to break down my work into smaller chunks, so for my approach, we have the following. The outside of the palace has two main parts, the arches and the walls. I group them within each other, giving us two main areas to address. The inside's broken up into an upper floor and a lower floor. The upper floor is small enough that it can constitute its own section. The lower floor I like to break down into sections that might not be as intuitive. The walls, the ceiling, the fountain, and the statue plus the floor. Why do I group the statue with the floor when it's clearly a part of the fountain? Well, that's because I really hate cleaning the fountain. And so we have our 7 groups. My naive mind had attempted to make these groups equal in terms of time, but overall it ended up looking like this. But I didn't know that going in. Not wanting to deal with the annoying outer walls, I head straight for the inside. I clean the inner walls. A few hours go by. I clean the statue and the floor. Another few hours go by. I clean the arches around the outside. A few more hours go by. I clean the upper level. It takes me about an hour. I'm closing in on 10 hours. And even though my well thought out plan is telling me I'm a little over halfway done, the game is telling me I'm at 70%. So I trudge forward. I begrudgingly clean the fountain. And by this point, I should theoretically only have 29% of my work left to go. And while that turns out to be true, the game was lying to me. 13 hours in, at 8 a.m., my percentage cleaned was 83%, leaving only 17% left to go. I should explain how this game calculates your remaining percentage. It's a very simple equation. Take the surface area cleaned over the total surface area. That should tell you how much is cleaned. Makes sense. Only thing is that not all surfaces are created equal. The floor? Super easy. Yellow nozzle, sweeping motions, done. The reason I hate the fountain is because of all this caked on material that really requires the stronger, red, smaller, and more time consuming
red nozzle. The same goes for the outside walls. By this point in the game, you're supposed to have access to much stronger washers, but I don't play by those rules. Above all else, the inner ceiling is hell. Along with washers, you can also spend your money on extensions, which allow you to clean even farther. Those are supposed to be how you clean the ceiling, as it's impossible to reach the ceiling from the floor without an extension. But was that going to stop me? Absolutely not. I was going to do the unthinkable. I was going to jump. And not just in place, although I do a bunch of that, but running trick jumps off pillars to gain unspeakable heights, just to clean one speck of dirt as I fell to the ground. Despite ultimately taking roughly as much as the other sections at a little over 2 hours, all of this amounted to about 4% of the total surface area, so clearly the in-game percentage was not a reliable indicator for my completion rate. But yet, in my naivete, I truly believed myself to only have 2 hours left. And yet, I still could not find the strength within me to continue. I could not finish what I had set out to do. I was defeated, distraught. The following week, I tossed and turned every night, thinking about what could have been if I'd only persisted for a few more hours. I swore that I'd be back for my revenge, and that next weekend, I came back, hard. Going into my second run, I made 2 huge changes. Number 1, I was going to start Saturday morning as soon as I woke up. That would give me much more time spent lucid before my descent into madness. Number 2, I reordered my route to handle the outer walls first, and the inner ceiling second. That way I got rid of the extra slow boring stuff first, and later on, when my sanity was waning, I could be having more fun. I woke up that Saturday morning hyped for my run, and without any hesitation, I started once more. And just like that, I had done it. I had cleaned the entire Lost City Palace using only the base equipment in 17 hours and 57 minutes. And if you thought I was joking earlier about the aliens, I'll let the final cutscene play out. Thank you all for joining me today. For me, this was by far my biggest gaming accomplishment yet. As for the future, who really knows what will come next? As always, thanks for watching.